I felt alone. I felt like nobody was there. My kids had been taken away from me, and I cherished those kids. Even put those kids before God. I had lost my job and caused me to be homeless. I didn't want my children to stay with their family, but I called their father and allowed him to keep them until I got my job. And I was homeless in the midst of it. So I ended up in the mission, broken, angry, homeless. The mission was the last resort for me. I never stayed in the shelter before. This was just a stop place for me, waiting for my mom to send me a ticket to go back home. And, you know, the gospel was going through this building, and that grabbed hold to me. Every chapel service we had, I would take notes. And Miss Gracie just kept tagging on me about joining the Bible program. So I joined the Bible program, and through the midst of it, God just healed my heart through the pain and hurt that my family had caused. I have been through several things that happened in my life, difficulties and deaths, suicidals from my family. I learned how to let it go and allow God to heal me in those areas. It wasn't easy for me, you know, because I was still doing things that I know I shouldn't do. It wasn't until like the 6 months I let go of me, you know, allow God to come in and change me, you know, dying to myself daily. That's what I done after the 6 months. And I really appreciate the mission. It's a spiritual hospital. Well, when I finished the graduate program, I really didn't know I was going to get hired. So I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I had a spiritual mom in Memphis. She had opened her own shelter up and wanted me to be over there. And I didn't go because I had to have God to lead me out, you know. And I still sit today thinking, what if I would have left, you know. But God had a plan, and he allowed me to get hired here. I hadn't had a job in 3 to 4 years. But God blessed me with a job here at Pacific Garden Mission, working in mothers and children. The children, you got some that is angry, some that confused, don't know what's going on. And when I look in their faces and I see it, I just grab one by one and just sit them down and go through scriptures and let them know that it's going to be okay. And we pray for their family, their moms, and I help them to understand some things that they need to know. At first, I heard them singing. I never heard them singing it at all. But I heard their voice, but they were singing worldly songs. And I was like, let's sing a gospel song. And they started singing a gospel song, and it sounded so good to me. So I approached Pastor Phil, and I was asking Pastor Phil if he could hear them singing. And he said, get it together, and I hear them singing. And I said, well, give us 2 weeks. And the 2 weeks came, we had 4 songs already ready for him to hear. And he heard them sing, and he was just stunning just to hear them singing.
Beautiful. Amen. All right.
Romans 12, 1 and 2 is what really stuck in my head about presenting my body to God the right way, you know, being not conformed to the world and being renewed by my mind, you know, because the enemy, he plays with our mind. But God, he's the ultimate. He has the power to change everything that's in our mind.